Rock your entrepreneurial world. Good morning. Fun times here in Lakeshore, Utah. My name is Seth Mulder, and this is Entrepreneur 101. This is a new series that I've started recently where we're going to talk about 101 ideas, 101 secrets, 101 keys that will rock your entrepreneurial world, that will rock your business. And today we're going to be talking about a super critical concept, the concept of investing, okay? And when I say investing, I'm not talking about investing, for your retirement. This is an entrepreneurial perspective. I'm talking about investing in your entrepreneurial business, okay? We have return, which comes afterward. That's the harvest, that's the fruit, that's the beautiful stuff. That's what we all want, right? But what so many entrepreneurs don't realize and aren't prepared for is that long before you take out the cash, long before you get to write the check for whatever you want, long before you have that beautiful business, long before you live the dream, you've got to make the investment. You've got to plant the seeds. You've got to put in the time, the work, and all without pretty much any guarantee that you're going to get what you want. Investment is about vision and faith. Having the vision of where you want to go and what you want to create, and then the faith to put it all on the line, right? To put it all on the altar of sacrifice before you have any guarantees or assurities that it's all going to work out the way that you wanted to do it. So today I'm super excited to talk about investment. Today we're going to be talking about the 4 types of investments. All right, if you want to take notes along the way, if you want to drop comments in whatever form you're watching this, if this is live, if you're watching this on YouTube on a link, if this is 10 years down the road, I recommend that you take notes. Never trust your success to your memory. If something's important, write it down. If something touches you, if something just rings true to you, if something inspires you, write it down so that you can go and implement it. It is by degrees. As John Maxwell would put it, it is the law of process. It's by degrees that we change. It's by degrees that we become mega successful. And so today, I hope to contribute to 1 or 2 of those degrees in your entrepreneurial journey. So today we're going to talk about the 4 types of investments. And then I'm going to give you 2 questions, 2 super important questions to ask yourself about what investments you're making in your business. First, let me start with a story. Pardon me. So here's the story. When I was very young in the business world, I'd been working for a company for about 10 years. And I wanted to make a shift. I wanted to make a change. I wanted more. I wanted more time. I wanted more freedom. I wanted to be me more. I wanted to develop my skills. And that meant clearly that I needed to leave. I needed to leave corporate America. And I shifted into the entrepreneurial world. And so in making that shift, I started investing a lot of my time. Now, I wasn't getting any return, guys, 0 return. I was investing my time, and that's the first type of investment that you have to be willing to make to be successful in the entrepreneurial world, is you have to invest your time. So I'm working full time. I'm involved in my church, involved in the community, obviously involved in my family, raising my young family, but I'm investing time. I'm getting nothing out of it. I'm getting no return, but I'm studying, interviewing people, researching, looking for answers, that potential answers, again, in the entrepreneurial world. And as I was doing this, serendipity started to happen. I started to glean information that would be highly valuable on my journey as I wanted to start a business. And one day, quite literally, I got a knock on the door. Happened to be one of our neighbors, and that led to a conversation about starting a business together. And we started having a dialogue which led to basically the beginning of a business. And I want to lead into the second type of investment. In order to start that company, this was the year 2000, September of 2000, August of 2000, in fact. In order to start that business, we needed some capital. We needed an investment, and I mean cold, hard cash. That's the second type of investment that you have to be willing to make in your business, is capital investment, money. You've got to be willing to tool up to buy the specific resources that you need. Some people way underestimate the type of capital that they're going to need. And other people feel like if you can just throw money at it, if you've got a problem, you can just throw money at it. And both of those are deadly pitfalls for entrepreneurs. You got to be careful. You got to do your homework. You got to do your due diligence so that you know what it's going to take. And yes, you can build massive businesses on shoestring budgets, but you still have to have budgets. Yes, you may be able to do a lot of sweat equity to create that capital investment, but you still need that investment. At the same time, money doesn't solve your problems. Money doesn't solve all of your problems. It doesn't solve most of your problems. Great money, good money with bad people becomes bad money, bad decisions, bad investments, okay? So don't underestimate what it's going to take, what you're going to need. At the same time, don't fall prey to that idea that, well, if I just had more money, if I just had more capital, right, then it would solve our problems. I had a great mentor in my life in the business world, former U.S. ambassador and big time business consultant for companies like Marriott and other large corporations spanning the globe. And one time he told me this. He said, it was curious to him as he would sit in companies, maybe on the board of directors or, as a consultant. And sometimes these executives, this management team would say, well, we've got this problem. Can't we just throw some money at it, right? And the mentality there is, yes, sometimes it takes money to solve our problems, but money is not in and of itself going to solve our problems. So the second type of investment that you have to be willing to make in your business is the money investment. You have to be able to make that money investment. So I'm 20, how old am I? 22, 26, 25, 26 years old, starting my first company with some friends, and we needed a chunk of change. Now, they were young. They were, a year older than I was. I had a mortgage. I had a car payment. I didn't have that kind of capital. What do you do? Well, you got to go find it. You have to get creative. You might have to go tell 1,000 people your story, your idea in order to raise that capital. We happen to have a connection, a mutual friend. In fact, it was a friend of my partner's and a friend of mine who happened to be an angel investor. And he was absolutely an angel. And he was the founder of a multi-billion-dollar company that he took public on the New York Stock Exchange. And he had a war chest that he was looking to invest in companies. And so he wrote a check out for $200,000, and we got started. Now, keep in mind that as I was leaving corporate America to start this company, which had been funded by $200,000 of seed capital, it was a clothing company, by the way, I had to take a pay cut, okay? You have to be willing to scrimp and to save to maximize your investment dollars. Don't be an entitled entrepreneur where you feel like you're entitled to the benefits, to the results, to the fruits of success, to the accolades, the fame, before you've even paid the price. I took a 25% pay cut. I lost my 401k, paid penalties on it, by the way. I lost my health insurance. And we needed that 25% that I lost for an opportunity to go potentially hit something much bigger. Type 2 of investment is the actual capital, all right? Type 3, by the way, 12 months later in that business, we needed another $200,000 of cash in order to keep that business running. We went to our angel investor and he made the investment. 2 years later, we were another $500,000 in a revolving line of credit to keep that company moving because we were dealing with big volumes. Investment. If we wouldn't have been able or willing to make that investment, I probably wouldn't be here today. That business, I'm no longer involved in that business, but it was my first entrepreneurial really run. We made money. I actually made more money than I'd ever made. I experienced what it's like to double your income. I experienced what it's like to get bonuses throughout the year, big bonuses. I experienced what it was like to be able to now look at making investments and retirement investments and investments in other companies. I experienced what it's like to build a dream home, all because of that business, all because of investment. And I'm so grateful to that former business partner, that mentor, and our angel investor for being willing to make that investment into our business. So type 1 investment. I'd love it if somebody will drop these in the comments wherever you are. Again, whatever media you're watching this on. Type 1 is an investment of time. You've got to be willing to invest time into your business. Now, that doesn't mean all the time. I know a very successful 7-figure entrepreneur. She's been an entrepreneur for goodness, how many years now? 12 years. She's in the network marketing area. She's built multi-million-dollar businesses at several different companies. She's lived a 6 and a 7-figure lifestyle. She's a stay-at-home mom. Okay, she builds her business every day, but she doesn't build it all day. So her type of business allows her some time freedom. And so she doesn't have to build it 12 hours a day. But you can bet that on most days she's putting hours into her business. And on light days, she's still putting an hour or 2 or maybe 3 into her business. And on really light days, maybe she's only putting an hour in her business. But I love what she says. I may not be building it all day long, but I'm building it every single day. Now, if you're an entrepreneur in maybe a traditional business, not network marketing, you probably can't afford not to build your business all day long. You know, if you're building this on the side, you're probably coming home from work at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and you're probably going to be working till midnight or 1 a.m. in order to get that business off the ground. Every business is going to have a different investment requirement. My first business required a significant hundreds of thousands over the course of the first couple of years. Nearly $1 million of physical money, monetary financial capital. And it required a lot of time. It was a full-time gig. I cut off what I was doing. I quit my job to start this. But if you're in other entrepreneurial spaces like network marketing, which I am today, I've been a network marketing professional for 17 years. I've been full-time, meaning I've been living on that full-time income, even if I'm not putting in full-time, 40, 50, 60 hours a week for 16 years now. But that business, that model doesn't require that you have to put in 17 hours a day. Network marketing is a type of entrepreneurial endeavor where you can invest time. You can invest 1 solid hour, 1 quality hour a day, and do that over time, and you can actually build a profitable business. But you have to know your business. You have to know your venture. You have to mind your business and make sure you're putting in the appropriate time investment and money investment. Third type of investment. And again, if you want to drop these in the comment section, that'd be great. Third type of investment that you have to be willing to make is an investment into people, okay? Because at the end of the day, the capital, the money will not last. If you put money into a machine, it can only fund a machine, right? It can only fund parts. It can only fund something to move for a particular or a specific or a limited period of time. What really is going to make your business fantastic is people. And so you have to be willing to invest in people. The first and most important person you have to be willing to invest in is you. You have to be willing to invest because, frankly, you're probably not good enough today to solve tomorrow's problems. You might be good enough, and hopefully you're good enough. And if you're not, you just got to work harder, more time, more investment, but to solve today's problems. But there are going to be bigger problems to solve, bigger nuts to crack tomorrow. And you better be investing today in you so that the tomorrow you is big enough and strong enough to solve those problems, to climb those mountains, to overcome those challenges. So you got to invest in you. You got to invest in people, though. You got to invest in your team. My business in network marketing is all about team. I have to be willing to invest in my team. I can't just wait for the golden gooses to show up. I just can't wait for the super producers to magically appear. I have to invest in people. And that's going to happen in two ways. First, I'm going to invest in my current team. I'm going to invest in the people that I have in front of me. I'm going to stop wishing for superheroes in spandex and capes with superpowers to just show up in my business. And I'm going to invest in the team that's there. I'm going to invest in the people who want to be here right now. I'm going to help invest in them to become stronger, to become more skilled, to become I just hit a wrong button there. To become more stronger, to become more skilled, to become better, okay? And secondly, I'm going to look for new people. I'm going to be constantly on the prowl for people who I want to attract to my business because my business, frankly, is only as good as the investment I've made into people. So type 1 investment, time investment into your business. Type 2 is capital investment. You got to be willing to put the cash in, okay? Type 3, you have to be willing to invest in people. Let me tell you a quick story about investing and reinvesting. So when I started network marketing in 2002, I was 26 years old. I was running a successful entrepreneurial clothing company. I told you a little about how we started there. We needed $200,000 day one. But when I looked at network marketing, to start that on the side, while I was running two companies, pardon me, I was running two separate companies, this network marketing opportunity came to me. Now that required a time investment. It was going to require a people investment. I was going to have to invest in myself. I was going to have to learn new skills that I frankly didn't know I have, or wasn't comfortable in having. I had to make that investment. And thirdly, along with that, I had to invest in other people. I had to be willing to invest in other people who hadn't produced yet. I had to be willing to spend my time with them, to train them, to travel with them, to edify them, to teach them, and then hopefully invest in them so that they would actually go and produce, right? All this was done before there were any results, any harvest, any fruit, any returns. So let me continue the story. So I started network marketing, started reaching out to people. By the way, as a young network marketing professional, I was super scared. I was scared of rejection. I was scared of what people were going to think of me. Even though I was running this successful company, I was in a new game, right? And I wasn't familiar with it. But I had a little success. I brought on some partners. I had a few people say they wanted product, and I got a check from the company. Oh, let me back up. To start that network marketing business, and by the way, guys, this is one reason I absolutely love network marketing. The capital investment to start that business was $750. Now, that wasn't all that was going to be required to make that business, from zero to successful, but that's all that was required day one. I bought some product. That's one of the beautiful things about network marketing is that you invest in the product that you're going to be promoting, that you're going to be sharing. So I bought a kit, and I bought, by the way, the biggest kit that company had. I wanted to get the biggest results. I wanted to maximize my opportunity for success, and so I bought the biggest kit they had. And the biggest investment I could make in that company was a whopping $750. Now, fortunately, I had that in savings. If you don't have $1,000 or $1,500 today to invest in you, to invest in a business or a network marketing business, then you start. You're ready to go? Awesome. We're ready to go. if you don't have that investment to make today, then you have to ask yourself, does something need to change? Do I really need to make this investment? Because if I don't have the investment money to change my life, there's a problem. How many years have I been working? How many decades have I been working and I don't have what I need, right? I've been skimming by this entire time. Something's got to change. You need that business. But I invested $750. I got my product. I started to share that. I started to have some results, and I got my first commissions from that company, $400. So what do you think I should have done with that $400? Hello, are you going to participate in today's Entrepreneur 101?
Yeah.
All right. What I wanted to do, obviously, with that $400 was put it back in the bank to replenish what I had invested to start the business in the first place. Now, keep in mind, this is only 2 weeks later, okay? So I'd started to get a return already, but I took that $400 and I bought a plane ticket to Las Vegas to go build my team, to continue to invest in my business, to invest in my people, right? I needed the money to buy the time, to buy the plane ticket, to go down to Las Vegas to do some meetings for some people who are interested in my business. All the $400 on that plane ticket, the food, and one night's hotel stay was gone, right? And I said gone, it was an investment. And don't confuse spending with investing. Or vice versa. Just because you're spending money doesn't mean you're investing. But just because you're investing doesn't mean that you're spending. You have to make wise investments. I got my second check in network marketing, guys, $600. Guess what I did with it? It did not go into the bank. It went to invest in a trip to Dallas, Texas, because my team had started to expand into Dallas, Texas, and I wanted to support them. I wanted to invest today so that I could grow faster, so that I would have more tomorrow. So, and that, frankly, that led me to, to where I am today. By the way, I'm still making investments in my business. I'm investing in international growth. I'm investing in domestic growth. I'm investing in technologies and tools to make my business grow bigger, grow deeper, grow faster, become stronger. You have to be willing to invest. The fourth and the last type of investment that you need to be willing to make in the ultimate business is you need to put this in. You need to be willing to invest your heart. Businesses that have heart are businesses that have a unique culture. They have something that attracts and other people because there's that human element. So there you have it, the 4 types of investment you need to be willing to make in your business: time, financial capital, people, and heart. Let me ask you these 2 questions as we wrap up today. What type of investment do you just a second. What are you investing? Here's the question. What are you investing right now in your business? What types of investments are you making? So answer those questions. Oh, don't do that, baby. What types of questions are you, what types of investments are you making in your business? Thank you, Gabrielle, for typing that. Are you making time investments in your business right now? Are you making enough time investment? Are you making money investments? Are you making people investments? Are you making the heart investment? Have you not been willing to make one or more of those investments in your business? Because if you have, you're holding something back. You're limiting your entrepreneurial results by your lack of investment and vision. Let me ask you this last question. And this is probably the most important question you could ask yourself that's applicable today. Oops, we just turned the camera screen. There we go. Here's the last question. What investment do you need to be making right now that will have the biggest impact on your business? What investment do you need to be making right now that will have the biggest impact on your business over the future in the long run? I had to ask myself one of those questions recently. And it meant a big investment, not just today, not just this month, but stretched over a period of time. One of the largest capital investments I've ever had to make in business. But I had to ask myself, is this investment, am I spending money or am I investing money? And is this investment going to give me what I want? And in the end, it has the potential to give me exactly what I want and take me exactly where I want to go. So I made that capital investment, but I'm following it up with additional investments in time, people, and heart. If you want to make the money that you invest in your businesses go further, make sure that you're compounding all 4 types of investment. If you got something positive, powerful, inspirational about through today's Entrepreneur 101 class on investment, will you please drop that in the comment section? The greatest compliment and the greatest good that you can do is to share this with others. Reach out to somebody, share it with somebody. Obviously, if I've got to go, because I got to go invest some time over in this young one in what we need to do today. But that is Entrepreneur 101. Invest more, and invest more today. God bless you.